Hi guys, this is Juicy Lips 247 and I am here to show you what I did with the Michaels bags, the Burlap Michaels bags that we received on grab bags, or some of us bought I think for a penny or even bought them. So what I chose to do, instead of altering the bag, I chose to make flowers. So this is what I did. I did that one and this one with the light pink. And I will show you, I'm not going to show you this flower, and I'm sorry, but if you have questions regarding this flower, or if you want to toot on this flower, I'll gladly make one. But what I'm going to show you is actually on this little flower. So let's get to it, because I don't have editing, and I don't want to, make it longer than what it is. So these are what the bags look like. Many of us got, and these were the spring colors, so I got 5 of them in one of my grab bags. And let me try to lift you guys. Okay. So it comes like that. So what I did is I took this off. I took the next one. I took the handles off, which are right here. And then what you do is you cut closest to the edge right here. I just follow this line, but you cut, and then you're going to cut here, and you're going to cut here so it can lay flat, which is this one. So when you open it, you have the middle part also. Okay, now from here, what I did is, I went ahead and put it under newspaper, and what I did is I did 50-50 Mod Podge and water. And the reason that does is it stiffens the burlap for you, and then it prevents it from fraying. So what you do is when you dip it in, I used a sponge, the sponges that you get at Michael's, like a whole bunch for 47 cents or whatever. So it does both sides at the same time for you. And then I just let it out to dry. So this is what it looks like, and this is the color I'm going to show you guys. So and then see, it doesn't fray. I'm pulling on this and it doesn't fray. And then what I do is because I don't have a die cut machine, I use one of the flowers, which was this flower right here. I pull this apart. You can use this one, and maybe you can follow this pattern. Maybe you can squeeze them together and glue them, or you can do a round. What I do suggest to you, this one is made with the 6 petal, if you guys are interested in this one, which is actually, if you guys have this flower, it is this petal. So what I did is, see how it's cut like that? What I did is when I stenciled it, I just put it like that, and I just traced the top. So it makes it a 6 petal, gives you this flower, like a rose. Really beautiful. I love this one. Okay, then next, this one is a 5 petal, and that's why I have that little one, which is, it's going to be a little flower like that. So let's get to it. What you're going to do is you're going to need 3 of these, okay? And what you do is you're going to cut them on the sides. You're going to cut them so they can give you where you can bend them and curve them. Sorry, I had to plug my phone in. Okay, so what you're going to do is I'm trying to find which is the petal. Okay, so the first petal that you have here, let me try to focus a little bit. You're going to make a slit. And the reason why, and then the little ones, you're going to do a little slit. And that's so you can curve them. And that's another thing why you use the Mod Podge. So I use the chopstick. What you do is you get the end and you just squeeze it, and it gives you that curve of the flower. So that's easy. So the reason you cut this one is because this is going to overlap that one. Now you don't want a thick petal, so what you do is you cut half of this off, which is I'm going to do right now. So you have this little piece, but that little piece is going to be part of it. And don't worry if your flower looks kind of funny, because you're going to try to straighten that out. So let's glue that part so we know that's, and this becomes our base, just in case you guys are wondering. So that becomes our base right there, and I'll tell you with that one. Okay, the second petal. The second petal is this one. And what you're going to do is you're going to remove a whole petal because then you're going to do that with this one. So you see how I cut? You just slit and slit together. So I'm just doing that so you guys can see it. Oops, sorry, I guess I didn't cut enough. Okay, now with this piece, save it because this becomes your center. So I will show you. So what you do here, make sure also you do the same thing to your little ends, is cut a little bit. And then you're going to glue this one with this one. But again, you're going to go ahead and cut this side because you don't want a thick petal because then you're not going to be able to fold it. So what you do is this one with this one. And as you get, you start doing them more, they become easier and then you can find your own actually, you know, your own way of doing it yourself. So you just pinch it together. So then you have that little cone. And then we're going to do something to this. So just, and then, okay, the last one, you're going to cut a heart out, which is what I've done here. So you're going to cut all 2 petals out. So I'm going to cut this and just finish it off. So you're going to have this. This is, save this with the number 1. But this one, what you're going to do is do like a smile line, and I'll show you why. It makes it a lot easier. So do like a little smile line around the petals because this becomes your bottom also. So what you do is you're going to glue these together. I'll use that one. And this becomes one of the middles. So what you do is a little glue. And this one, because this one's short, that's why I'm not cutting it, because I could just bring it down. But I will trim it because you see how it left that one. So I'll trim it a little bit. And then see how this one's kind of like deformed, kind of. You can start cutting it and make it your own so it could look like the other petal. So I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to cut so it's uniform. See? Okay. Now what you do, these are going to be stacked together. So this is going to go in here. And this is going to go in there. And you're getting your flower. But the thing is, because you have so much, you're going to have too much of this bottom stuff. What you do is I cut this out. So I cut a big chunk out of it. And it also, again, another, like a smile line. So it's going to be like that. So you're going to have like a hole in the middle. See? So what you do is you just get some glue. And you put this, oh, but you know what? Yeah. You put this in the middle. I did forget to do something before that, and that was curl my petals, but I should be able to do it with no problem. Now, if this tip is too pointy for me, you can always flatten it, and that's the easiest thing to do. Just push it against the your table or whatever you're using, and push down with your finger so you can make it a flat. And that's all I do. And then if I wanted to, I can curl now these petals. But you want to curl your petals before you start gluing them. It's a lot easier than the way I'm doing it right now. I was distracted because of my little 2-year-old. And then now this one. And I use a chopstick because it's like, it's the perfect amount for me. Like, it's just right when you curl. So it gives you that those nice little curls that I'm looking for. So there you have all your little curls. Okay, this one, I'm going to cut it more, even though we did that smile line. I'm going to cut it even more, like a good chunk, actually. So it just sits inside. See how it's a circle. And you just put the glue right there around it. Okay. And that's going to go in the middle. And again, guess what I forgot to do? Curl the I'm trying to get this because it's already at 11 minutes. I'm not trying to make a long video. Okay, now this one, what I do is, this is going to be your middle, but it's big. So I'm going to cut it straight across here. Because I wanted a short center, of course. So you'd make it as tiny as you can. I mean, it's up to you how tiny you want it. I don't leave it too tiny, but... And then you just roll it, and roll it. And then you can add a little bit glue at the end. I really don't do this. What I do is just glue it all the way at the bottom, but you can. So that is starting to become your center. And the reason I don't do that is because sometimes it becomes long, and then I still have to shorten it. And this one, I might have to shorten it. Yeah, you see how it pops up? So that's why I don't do it. So all I do is, I just cut it. So I have, see how it's that? Let me see if I could focus it right there. So all I do is add a little bit, get my glue gun, stick it in there, and just let it seep in, and then just squeeze it together. This is the glue I had already in my fingers. Sorry. Okay, now with that one single petal, you're going to have to cut that down too also, because that's going to give you more of a clean cut. So I'm going to cut that about that much. See? So you put it where the other one ends. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there, just to give me a little start off. Sorry guys. This is the green that I had. All my fingers are like sticky now. So I put it in the middle. I just use the middle, and then I hug it around it. So it gives you that center. And then just put a glue on each end. Just glue, and then squeeze that. Just be careful, it is hot. I have these little finger thingies. They protect sometimes, depending how hot it gets. So just hold it together. Okay, here, this is where you start cleaning it up. You take all the little extras, and then you put a whole bunch of glue. And this is going to be your middle. So that becomes your center. And there you go. And then just clean it up. And that is the center of your flower. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's cute. I like the 5 petal. It's not bad. I mean, it makes a little small flower. But I'll be honest, I prefer the 6 petal. And then again, just go in and curl your thing. I will probably get a skewer because it is a tinier thing. But there is your flower. If you have any comments, questions, here they are. That's how they look. Aren't they adorable? But again, if you guys want a tutorial on this one, this is the 6 petal. Let me know. So now you know what else to do with your burlap bags from Michaels. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.